No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, there's a place you can take comfort in the knowing. Whether if you want to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. God in us recognizes the God in you, God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. Come, let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come in love and be loved. From the bliss down to the turn down, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Put your hands together. Here we go. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you, God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open for you. This door is open. Oh, this door is open. Said this door is open. I said this door is open to you.
One. I am so glad you chose to be with us on this sunny day. Welcome to Women's Month at CSL Visalia. Welcome to an empowering message on reflection and moving from being an ally to an advocate to a co-conspirator in times like this. I am so thankful you chose to be with us today, whether you're in the sanctuary or whether you're joining us online. We see you, we appreciate you, and we thank God for you. So with that, I say, let's hear what else is going on at CSL Visalia.
Good morning, everybody. We're having trouble seeing Jack again. Well, we'll find him. So hello there. It's gorgeous today. We have a guest who came to our concert last Sunday. It's so nice to see him again. It was a great concert. So let's show the slides. First off is our fun little picture in the back. So I got everybody together with Stevie, whose students are in the show right now, and all the fun things in the back and they're right in the corner. And we have a strong man in Carol, and we have different things and different people. So we had fun with those things, and they had great fun when we did the art show. All the kids and all the parents were involved in it. So let's go and look at the concert we had last Sunday, which was absolutely wonderful. So we called it Assembly, and we started with 3 people. So we started with Kevin and Phil and the drummer, Isaac. And Isaac. And then we added the pianist from Hanford, and then we added Ellie. Elias is also called Ellie, I just found out. So we had 5 playing, and then one more. Donna came up and sang a few times. So the band kept expanding as we went along during the day, and it was very fun. And they had a good time too, and they're sure they're going to do it again. And we raised over $400. And next time we'll fill the house and make even more. So it was a great, thank you guys, thank you everybody who did that. It was wonderful. So let's go to announcements. I'll do them, try to fast because there's lots of them. We're still collecting goodies in the corner over there for people who need it. Oh, there. That's the goodie box. So we need socks and hygiene products and things we're going to give to homeless people that need it in order. And the next one is, this is the book When Things Fall Apart, that we're going to be studying in April. So just giving you a heads up, that's in just a couple of weeks, and if you want to buy the book, it sounds fascinating. Drawing from traditional Buddhist wisdom, offers life-changing tools for transforming suffering and negative patterns. That's always good. We're going to have a really great show here, art show, in November, December, which is traditionally our member and friend show. This year, Betty Burke, who has showed here several times, she has those beautiful watercolors, and she wants to do an art show called We the People for our 250th anniversary of the United States. And so that's going to be the theme for our art show. So I'm going to let all you artists know, or people, maybe you're not artists, but you might want to do some kind of art. There's flyers on the back explaining what it is. You've got plenty of time to create it. No politics, no negative stuff. It's going to be all wonderful things about our 250th anniversary. So think about it. Again, flyers on the back. Pluribus. We've been watching Pluribus. It's fascinating. We have 2 episodes left. We're going to watch them tomorrow night at Donna Kinshu. Donna's happy it's over, but it's a fascinating ride. If any of you want to come, please, just come on in. We've been raising some money. I noticed that we raised 165 or something back in February already for people who just come in and give a love offering. It's fascinating what would happen if everybody was peaceful and happy and of one mind, which is what we say all the time. I'm not sure it works, but interesting thing to watch. So join us at there are flyers again on the back with Donna and Steve's address. Our goal is to reach $6,500 a month by April 19th, which is our annual meeting. We're now up to $4,850 a month in pledges. To keep this going, and the way we're doing it now with a part-time minister, we need to get up to 6,500. And we've been working in the 40 Days of Abundance. We've been working and coming up with ideas, a number of ideas we're going to talk about in the board meeting today. So if you've got ideas or want to think about them, great. You can come and join us either online or after the service and talk about where we're going next. Listening circle, very important. It's this Friday. We've had 2 so far. This is the 3rd one. This is the last one we're having before we have the annual meeting. And at the annual meeting, we're going to be talking about where do we want to go next. So this listening circle is where we're going to talk about what are our options? What can we afford to do? How can we raise more money to do more that we want to do? So here are some of the things we've talked about so far. Feel united in common goals. Rent out the back building, and I think that's a real possibility. Be involved in the community more. Add a weekday when we're open, and that's something I think we want to talk about because that would be interesting. Get our place open a little more often. And make our, and for crafts and crocheting, I think Maria wants to crochet. She may be the only one that knows how to do that. And make our storefront more visible, which we've already talked about, and we're talking about doing that and making it so that there's a sign up there so people know where we are. I know we're really hard to find. So please, Listening Circle, it's online. It's the Science of Mind link on our home page. People have gotten in the wrong place. It's right on the home page. Let's Talk Science of Mind link, 12 o'clock Friday. And our annual meeting is April 19th after service. It'll be with a potluck. We're going to vote on new board members. So we actually have 2 members that are going to be up for election. But we have 3 openings. We can have 3 more board members, and that would be wonderful because we need more strength and more help in that. So if you're interested, please let Gwen know today as soon as possible. I think there's some forms to fill out and everything, and you have to make sure that you fill the bill and are a member. We're going to be looking at options like I talked about at this meeting. We're going to be talking about a financial update. So I hope you'll all come to that. Bring wonderful food so we can have a good time. And I will turn it back to Sima.
Thank you so much, Donna, for those announcements. Now, if everyone would like to join me in grounding a little bit in our mission statement, it'll be up on the screen if we could all read together. Center for Spiritual Living Visalia is the place everyone comes together, connecting in love and learning how to create abundant, joyful, and peaceful lives. Thank you so much. Now we'll be going on to our second song, Everyday People.
Check, check.
Sometimes I'm right, and sometimes I'm wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people, yeah, yeah. There is a blue one who can't accept the green one, for living with a fat one, for trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together.
We are the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out the bag I'm in.
I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. There is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair, for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Ooh, sha-sha. Ooh, sha-sha. I am everyday people.
Thank you so much, Kevin, Hope, and Dawn. What a treat that was. Speaking of treats, Science of Mind has 13 what we believe statements, and each week we look at one that goes in line with our theme. Here is this week's, if everyone would like to read with me. We believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of one Spirit. Thank you. Now we're going to be moving forward to our diversity quote. If I could call Bonnie up to the stage. Thank you. There you go. Okay, sounds good.
Good morning. How's everybody? Do we not have the best music in town here? I mean it. Thank you so much. Oof. All right. Okay, for our quote, I'm going to go right to the quote, and it's about imagination. Our prayers should be filled with conviction, warmth, color, and imagination. The creative power responds to feeling more quickly than to mental attitude. Dr. Ernest Holmes, The Essential Ernest Holmes, page 112. Now, talking about imagination, this week's addition to Women's History Month is really a woman who was very imaginative. For a woman who did not quite measure 5 feet in stature, Julia Morgan became a giant in the career of designing tall buildings, actually many kinds of buildings. And her reputation only grew in the field of architecture after the 1906 earthquake devastated much of the city of San Francisco, when the buildings that she had designed with the new reinforced concrete remained standing while others lay in rubble. Julia Morgan was born in San Francisco, California on January 20th, 1872. Her grandparents on her mother's side were well-to-do and believed that women and girls should be well educated. Lucky for her. Julia graduated from the University of California, Berkeley, where she majored in engineering. There was no major in architecture offered at the time. She graduated in 1894 as the first woman with a BS degree in civil engineering at Berkeley with honors. Julia's next impressive academic accomplishment was being accepted to the Premier School of Fine Arts in Paris, France. This time, her major was architecture. She was the first woman to receive a certificate in architecture at this institution, and she did so in 3 years when the usual time of completion was 5. During her career, Julia Morgan designed more than 700 buildings. Okay, and thanks to Donna, we have some pictures of those buildings. We have pictured on, pardon? Okay, pictured here, right here, is the Merrill Hall building that was started in 1928 on the grounds of Asilomar Conference Grounds in Pacific Grove, California, close to Monterey. And up until a few years ago, people like us, Science of Mind students, used to have an annual conference there at that beautiful place. And she designed that building. And then next, okay, over here, of course, is Hearst Castle. She designed Hearst Castle, okay? She started in, okay, I gotta find my notes now. It was, she started in 1919, and for 20 years straight, continued to build, and then there was an interruption because of World War II. Then it was finally finished in 1947. There was more than 90,000 square feet. Okay, that was by far her biggest, her most ambitious project. Okay, and then we have next. Now it says YMCA, it's actually the YWCA. She was very philanthropic for women and girls. She designed many YWCA buildings and other buildings having to do with women and girls and businesses that associated with women and girls, such as, let's see, it now is the Envision of the Arts and Technology, but also in Hollywood, Riverside, Long Beach, and Pasadena, she designed YWCAs. Okay, and then this gorgeous building here is the heritage of the marina. Now it's called the Heritage of the Marina, aka the Julia Morgan Building on Laguna Street. But when it was first designed and built, it took from 1922 to 1925, and it was a nursing home for elderly women in San Francisco, for elderly women who needed a place to stay. It was a project that was put on by a philanthropic organization, actually the first philanthropic organization of, it was called the San Francisco's Lady Protection and Relief Society. And the last thing that I wanted to tell you about her was that she was the 2014 recipient, posthumously, of the AIA Gold Medal, the highest award of the American Institute of Architects. She was the first female architect to receive this honor. And I'm so glad to be able to talk about one of these great women who was from California. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Bonnie, and the entire Inclusivity and Diversity team for always keeping our minds and hearts open every Sunday. We appreciate you. And now, if I could have, if you're willing and able, everybody stand for our congregation song, I Start My Day.
Start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's when I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel the sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel the sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I choose peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I'm choosing joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I'm choosing joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I start my day with love. When I start my day with peace, I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. When I start my day with peace, I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. Love, love, love. Peace, peace, peace. Oh, and joy, joy, joy. Love, love, love.
Thank you so much. I just love the music. I heard someone say a little bit earlier about what a gift our music is. Let's give our music ministry an applause. I love just to say thank you. You know, it's one of the things that we talked about in our class this morning. Let's Talk Science of Mind class was choosing to go out and see the abundance that surrounds us. And I'm just reminded there's an abundance of beautiful music right there in that room with you today. So I'm going to encourage you today. This is kind of the theme of my message today, is that I want to encourage you to get involved in your life at the next level, whatever that is, to either become an ally, to become an advocate, to become a co conspirator, and be empowered to do so by the women that have surrounded you in your life. Look at all the women on stage today. Simon, Donna, and our DEI group, Bonnie, Bobby, Carol, all of you guys, look at the women that are taking charge to teach us what it is that we need to know about this mission, about our life, and about our well being. You know, I heard a story. Many of you that have raised children of an earlier generation probably heard of a furniture manufacturer by the name of Junior King. They made cribs, they made playpens, they made different furniture for juveniles throughout 1930, 1940, into 1950. And one of the things that they learned in World War II, now Junior King was based in Tacoma, Washington. And what they did is the men in the factory went off to World War II. And so that meant that they hired women for the first time in this manufacturing plant. Well, one of the things that was amazing to those in the corporate suite is after 2 months of the women working in the factory, production increased by 15%. Safety hazards, you know, in many factories, they would have these signs that said, we've gone 10 days without an accident. During the time that the women were there, that number just kept increasing 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, to where they went months without a safety violation or an accident. And then the war ended. Women went back home, and suddenly the production started to drop. It went down to even lower numbers than what it was prior to World War II. And so when the guys in the C-suite pulled the foreman in and said, "What happened? What happened here? Production is down." The foreman said, "We need the women back." And they go, "What do you mean you need the women back?" And they said, "Well, here's what we've come to learn. That if a woman doesn't know how to do something, she asks somebody. But if a man doesn't know how to do something, they make up something. They'll create a shortcut. They'll create a workaround. And while that shortcut or that workaround may work in a moment, it usually screws something else up down the line. We want the women back. And so Junior King was one of the first manufacturers in the United States that really worked to have an integrated workforce of women. And so I'm reminded of them on this day. I'm also reminded that in our lives, if I were to say to you right here, right now, just go into a moment of quiet right where you are. And I want you to think of 3 women that made a tremendous difference in your life. Just take a moment. Who were they? They could be living or dead. No one's going to be upset if you don't include someone. This is your list. But once you have those three women that have come to mind, I want you to think of three attributes that you admired about them. Maybe they were determined. Maybe they were compassionate. Maybe they were the caretaker. Maybe they were understanding. Whatever attribute that you recognized in those women, bring it to mind right now. Think of another attribute that these women offered you. Think about a skill that you might have learned. Think about maybe they were the first one to see you for who you are. Okay, now that you have those attributes in mind, here's what I want you to know. This is how this faith, this philosophy, this way of living works. You would not be able to see it in them if it were not also true for you. Whatever gift you lifted up about them is a gift that somebody else is lifting up about you. This philosophy, this whole understanding of how the world got to be the way that it is. So I'm going to continue on. I'm not seeing my technical crew here, so I'm assuming that all is well. But what I want you to know is that you have an opportunity to really take those attributes and use them in your life to guide your next directions. Now, when I started my talk, one of the things that I talked about is that I want to encourage you to be a better ally. And if you're already an ally, I want to encourage you to be a better advocate. And if you're already an advocate, I want to encourage you to be a co-conspirator. So what do I mean by that? I want you to become engaged in your life at a higher level than ever before. For a time like this, the time that we are living in, that's what's required. And I want you to see the opportunities before you. Now, one of the things that's happening next Saturday is this National Day of No Kings March. So all across the country, next Saturday is No Kings Day. And so there's a part of you, I want to awaken something within you to decide what you might do to support social justice. I want you to first make the decision, does democracy matter to you? Is democracy something that you want to fight for? Now, I'm going to put a little preference in right here, right now. You may say, no, that's not what I'm about. Okay, then that's fine. But you know what you're about. And so that's the first step. But say it is. I want you to think, how might I support this attitude of saying to the world, it's not about a political party. It's not about who's living at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. It's about democracy, because I believe in democracy. Saying that to another human being is becoming an ally for democracy. Now, say that's where you are and that you're very comfortable in that, and you want to take it to the next level. I want to be more than just an ally for democracy. I want to be more than just an ally for the Constitution. I want to be an advocate for it. I want to get in there. I want to do something. So to be an advocate for it, maybe that means you create a friends group to really look at the Constitution, read it aloud to one another, and really talk about what it means. And what does it mean to be a democracy? Why was that important to our ancestors? What can we engage from that? Let's get into the discussion of it. Let's talk about the thing. Let's explore it a little deeper. Okay, so maybe you're comfortable with that. Maybe you're being an advocate. Maybe you've got 2 or 3 friends and you're going to go to your local downtown on Saturday and you're going to be there cheering people on, encourage them to protest and be a part of it and to say, yes, I'm with you. Democracy counts. My Constitution counts. But you want to go to even the next level, that level of being a co-conspirator in it. Well, maybe that's where you move from standing along the side of the boulevard to joining the parade, to be willing to step out and be seen as someone that is really being a co-conspirator to make sure that we hang on to this, to make sure that we're doing what it takes to support voter rights. Whatever it is that is awaken that passion in your heart, use that attribute that you learn from the women in your life to show you what it is that you are to do as you move from an ally to an advocate to a co-conspirator in the thing. That's what we talked about last week when you're moving from fear to faith. Moving from fear is taking those attributes that you have learned from the women in your life and going, okay, compassion was one of those attributes. How can I activate compassion to move me from being a bystander to an ally? How can I use resilience, which is another word, to move from being an ally to an advocate? How can I use whatever the attribute is, my determination to move from being an advocate to a co-conspirator? How can I do that? What have I learned from the teachers? So I want you to think about one of the very first No King's Day marches. Now, it's not going to happen in the last 5 years. We're going to go way back in time. We're going to go way back into the history of spirituality and religion in this season of Passover. Many of us that grew up in traditional religious beliefs remember being told the story of Palm Sunday. The story when the master teacher Yeshua, whom the world came to call Jesus, rode in on a donkey into Jerusalem as he was coming in for Passover. That was a protest. That was a No King's Day demonstration. What he was making fun of, what he was protesting, was the Roman military parade, where the commanders would come in on great carriages being carried in with lots of pomp and circumstance. The master teacher Yeshua wanted to send another message. He could have easily just walked in, but instead he found the most common vehicle, which was the donkey. And they lined the roads with palms that had fallen from the palm trees to make the path easier. But it was a protest. It was an act of demonstrating a higher value system. It was a very determined thing. Now, here's the truth. We don't know whether it really happened for sure, but it's a story that has been carried on for over 2,000 years. There is a understanding of what it came to be, and we can extract from that what was going on at the time and get the value of the lesson. We have that same opportunity today. Is what can we use to be the example of a life that is lived for the highest and best of all, not at the exclusion of anyone, but the inclusion of everyone. What do we have to do to be that example? That's what we're called to do. We are called to use those same attributes that we admire in others and use them for ourselves to express what we believe to be how we go about creating a world that works for all of us. It may require us to depend solely on our faith. That is possible. Think about how many leaders, how many people that we admire that never got to see the manifestation of what it is that they worked for in their life in their lifetime. But still, they were determined to do it. Still, they had the passion to at least give it all that they have to give. And so that's what I want to empower us today, is to give all that we have to give and to tap into the ancestors and what they taught us, to tap into those people that we admire. What is it that we admire about them? What is it that makes, I can support that. I can be an ally for that. I can say yes to that. What is it that propels us to be the best of who we are called to be, in order that we may lead the way to creating that world that works for all? I hope this makes sense to you, because I really believe that our calling is to really be the ones who do the due diligence to endeavor to understand how our life got to be the way that it is, how our country got to be the way that it is, how the earth got to be the way that it is, and to talk about it, to learn from it, to make a commitment never to make those same mistakes again. I pray that that's what we're up to in a time like this. So I want you to think this week about, how can I be the demonstration? This little light of mine, I'm going to make it shine. What do I need to do in order to make that happen? How can I be an ally? How can I be an advocate? How can I be a co-conspirator? Because what I know to be true, my grandchildren are watching me to see how I respond to all this that's going on in the world. My neighbors are watching me to see how I react to what's going on in the world. I want to be the demonstration that peace is possible on this planet. I want to be the demonstration that diversity is king, that our intention is inclusion, and then equity for all will be born out of that. I want that to be our experience. I really, really do. So be empowered this week. Be empowered to make a difference in your home. Be empowered to make a difference with your biological family. Be empowered to make a difference with your chosen family and friends. Be empowered to make a difference in your community known as CSL Visalia. Be empowered to make a difference in the town that you live in, the state that you live in, and the country that you live in. Don't sit back and watch what happens. If you hear yourself saying at any time this work, they need to do something, stop yourself and say, we need to do something. We need to do something. There is no they, there is only we in this equation. And I want to empower you to use all that you know. Take everything that you have pulled from every religious tradition that you still hold dear, every spiritual practice that you embrace, everything that you've ever read from any book that ever empowered you, every conversation that you've had with a loved one to propel you in to your calling of what it is that you are here to do in a time like this. And this is the last thing I'll leave you with. When you do so, your light will shine and it will be fueled by the love that surrounds you. You are sitting in a room full of love. Embrace it. Let it bolster you when it needs to happen. Let it be the sweet surrender that you fall into when you need a little bit of comfort. But above all else, know that you are loved. Know that you are cared for. Know that you are seen. Now, go have a blessed week. I'll see you on the other side. Let's have some music, Kevin.
See, no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you're broke, and love lies to your way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, even your year. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you and you're there for me too. You're still in bed at 10, but work began at 8. You burned your breakfast so far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but she didn't tell you when the world has brought you down to your knees. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. No one could ever know me. No one could ever see me. Seems like you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, make it through all the rest with. Someone who always laugh with, even at my worst, I'm best with you. Yeah. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. And when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even a year, but I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you
so beautiful. Thank you guys so much. I have goosies. Alrighty. If I could please have 2 ushers come up, please. Thank you. It is now our time for giving. On our How to Donate slide up here, you will see a few ways you can donate to CSL Visalia by going to our website and clicking on the Donate button, or mailing a check to our address, 117 South Locust, Visalia, California, 93291. Now, if I could have everybody read the prosperity prayer with us. Today I expect every good thing to come to me, for I know that divine abundance is forever manifesting itself in my affairs. I am keeping my whole mind and thought and expectation open to new experiences, to happier events, to a more complete self-expression. Everything that belongs to spirit, I accept. Everything that partakes of the nature of divine reality, I claim as my own. I identify with success and I prosper in everything I do. As I give thanks for the good now flowing into my life, I gladly share that good with others. The more I give, the more I receive. I experience a deeper consciousness of peace and security, for I know that I am in the embrace of a warm, loving presence. My cup runneth over. I exist in limitless possibility. Thank you. If I could have you guys collect from the back of the room and move forward. Thank you. As everyone gives their offering, if you'd like to join me up to form a circle for our peace circle, and we'll bless our gifts as a group.
All right. So I hope there was something that inspired you today. I hope it was the music, the spoken word, the sense of being together in community, that you take away something that will allow you to see the light that's shining out there in the world, the joy and the beauty. So with that, I know that we close each week with a benediction that I truly believe that speaks to your belief from your heart and soul as we come together and sing, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me."